My name's Josh Townley-Thomas. I play basketball for Creighton University. Probably the best piece of advice I've been given is to not really look to compare yourself to someone else, because there's always going to be someone that's better than you, and the only person you should compete with you is yourself every single day and go out and get better. Probably the most important thing I focus on is kind of your mental health and staying motivated every day, because your motivation is going to vary. Like some days are going to be a lot harder than others. Some days you don't want to get up. You're going to be sore, maybe your knees hurt. So or something happened in your life that makes you not want to try as hard, but you got to have that discipline and that focus to just keep grinding every day, and especially on the days where you don't want to do it, because that's when you get the most better. Personally, what I do is always try to look at the big picture. Like if I make a mistake or I feel like I'm playing bad, like I always look at where I come from, what I've been through, and know that one step back doesn't negate all the progress you've made in your life. One thing I try to focus on is probably my conditioning, because I think that's really important. Like the ability to be in shape is probably one of the most important skills you can have as a basketball player, and that kind of is the first step in being able to do anything on the court. I mean, growing up, I definitely had a lot of challenges. I definitely wasn't any sort of top prospect. I averaged 2 points a game in high school. Playing basketball was kind of up to me. Like I had to really want it. I really had to work hard and work through that adversity. Like people telling me I'm not good enough, people telling me I should quit, and then kind of just ignoring all that noise and keep pushing and keep grinding. So my recruitment process was very unique. Coming out of high school, I didn't even play that much high school ball. I only played 1 year as a senior. I just wanted to keep hooping. I didn't have a lot of support, even from my family. A lot of my family told me to quit, just to go to school, but I had this dream of playing college ball, and I really wanted to achieve it. So I went to a junior college in a really small town in Nebraska, North Platte, town of about 10,000 people. It was a struggle there for sure, like really hard every day, like not a lot of people around you, only really yourself pushing you. And then after the season, I got the opportunity to come play basketball at Creighton, and I grew up as a Creighton basketball fan, being from Omaha, so it was kind of a dream come true. Yeah, so my freshman year, I tried out for even just the freshman team. I got cut, and then so I kind of gave up on basketball for 2 years. I was just kind of playing on my own, just with my friends, and then I hit a growth spurt probably around my junior year of high school, and then the high school basketball coach at my high school came to me and said, "Do you want to play on the team this year?" And I said, "Yeah, just give it one more shot." And tried out again, finally made the team. And going to junior college is is a really hard thing. There's no type of gear, there's no type of support from the fans. I mean, we were lucky if we got 5 people to come to a game. So, it's really all on your own. If I wanted to be good at basketball, I was having to push myself. But, it was kind of a nice set place, though, to really get better, because the only thing to do was just to grind and try to get better. So I was just in the gym every single day at night, because my dorm room was pretty much in the middle of a cornfield. They would, on the side of the dorm is actually where they would have cows come there. And so at night, sometimes I couldn't sleep because they would be mooing so loud that you just couldn't get any sleep. The town always smelled like cow poop, so it was pretty awful, but it really taught me to really push through adversity and kind of not let your situation around you affect your work ethic. I mean, yeah, I had a pretty decent season, and I had the option to either come back to junior college for another year, but I also wanted to pursue my education, get a college degree. So I reached out to the coaches at Creighton, sent them all my film from the year and my stats, and they came back and offered me a place on the team, and I jumped at the opportunity. Redshirting is definitely a really tough thing to do, but it really teaches you to be humble. My previous year at my junior college, I started every game. I think I averaged about 27, 28 minutes a game. So it was really humbling to have to accept that I'm not good enough to play. I need to just sit out the entire year. And it taught me a lot of things. It taught me one to I'm not good enough and I gotta keep better. So I was in the gym a lot before, after practice, getting extra lifts in on game days when I wasn't playing. And it also taught me to put other people before myself and be a great teammate, knowing that I'm not the star of this team, but I have to contribute in any way possible. So whether that's bringing energy in the locker room, bringing energy on the bench, cheering people on. After redshirting, it was definitely kind of a lot more stress, knowing that now it's really my time to shine, try to get into the rotation, get minutes. I haven't gotten any really real minutes this year, but it's all about that grind, all about that process, you know. I never try to get down on myself, try to think like give up, because, you know, every day is just a challenge to get better. You know, 99% is try to get better 1% every day, you know. I'd say definitely the support I get from the fans and the support I get from the coaches and the staff. You know, I got a lot of people there every day to help me through not only like classes, getting in work outside of practice, lifting. It's really a family here, and everyone really cares about you, both on the court and off the court. It's actually been really cool. It kind of reminds me of the AAU tournaments I used to go to back in the day, like having all the athletes in the hotel, and it's definitely been a great experience. You know, this Players Era tournament, it's the first one ever, and I'm really glad to be a part of it for the first time. I think, you know, our team is very competitive. Whenever we have an opportunity to try to win something, we're always going to try to go out there and do it. Like, even in practice, even if it's a simple drill, we're always fighting, always competing. So it's nice early on in the season to try to compete for something. We didn't do too well out here, but I think it kind of also showed guys that, like, we're not where we need to be at, and we need to get a lot better.